Hello, everyone. Here I am again, all dolled up for the day. Yes, this is as good as it gets. All right, we are in the book of Ecclesiasticus 34. Let's just get going. Yes, guess I could mention the sad thing about Charlie Kirk and then how some people are reacting out there. And again, to me, what comes to mind, is again, wow. So here's a good man. What did he do wrong? Really, when it comes down to it, good man. Yes. Um, Family, children. So he was a father and a husband, and he gets shot down like that. Where are the riots? Just asking. It's not funny. I'm chuckling. Where are the riots? That's good man. Gets just eliminated for whatever reason that person had. That's the difference between good people losing a good person from their midst, and I guess then the not so. All right, on the side of goodness, and then the other side. Again, there have to be sides when something happens there, though they don't even really otherwise care. Uh, huh? Suddenly, a big whole hullabaloo starts to happen, and more bad stuff. It surrounds all that. Yeah, interesting. Just interesting to me. But there it is. Mm, I find it interesting. My son-in-law here. He said, so interesting thing is that just before all that, Charlie Kirk had said something at a speech somewhere. That you take risks when you speak out like that, especially I guess when you are on the side of goodness. And yes, what, believe in the Almighty God and advocate that. And he said that that Charlie said that, yeah, one has to take that risk. One is taking that risk. And to have to give one's life when you stand for, what he stood for. What we all guess all of us should, in a way. Anyway, so there it is. It goes right along with what I've said in the last video, a couple of videos, where when you're on the side of goodness, then you have to give your life. You don't take life, you give your life. Okay, just saying. There you go. My heart and prayers are with the family, young family left behind. As far as I know, the guy was only 31 years old. It is what it is. We're going to keep going anyway. Yes. All right. Dreams. Well, there you go. 34. Vain and deceptive hopes are for the foolish, and dreams lend wings to fools. As well clutch at shadows and chase the wind, as put any faith in dreams. Dreams are no different from mirrors. Confronting a face, the reflection of that face, what can be cleansed by uncleanness, what can be verified by falsehood. Divinations, auguries, and dreams are nonsense, like the fantasies of pregnant women. Unless sent. How would you know that? Everything else sounded good to me except for the fantasies of pregnant women. What are those? They have fantasies? Like what? Oh, I hope I'm not in pain while I'm in childbirth. What's he talking about? Why pull women into this? And their pregnancies. It's a typical male. Unless sent as emissaries from the Most High, do not give them a thought. And how do we know the difference? For dreams have led many astray, and those who relied on them have to come to grief. Fulfilling the law requires no such falsehood, and wisdom is perfected in veracity. I would say that. Okay, so again, this is very biased to me. No, I don't. I don't put much. I say steaks or whatever into dreams either. And I dream very, very seldom now, I have to say. I don't know. I think I just go to spirit world while I'm asleep. When I'm really in that deep REM cycle sleep, I just go to spirit world and hang out with people. That's kind of how it feels like to me. Just saying. Yes, and I take it as going to visit. Going visiting. I'm not making a big deal out of it. I woke up this morning and I kind of thought about this and that, and suddenly a friend of mine, a spiritual daughter, came to my mind who's pregnant, very, very pregnant, and about to give birth. And for some reason, she came to my mind, and I thought, oh, I bet you it's getting close. It's getting very, very close. So I sent her a message this morning. Hey, how you doing? How you feeling? Is it about time to give birth to that little one? Just to let her know that my thoughts are with her. Yes, sometimes that's enough. But I had that, little bit of, oh, what's going on? I didn't just reject that. That was not a dream. I just woke up, clear, and da-da-da, and there is that. Oh, and if I remember, I'll tell you something else at the end. So, dreams? No. People have come and said, hey, I had this dream, and gone, yeah, that sounds great. Why don't you write it down and see what happens? But as far as coming to me and asking me, so what my dream about? I'm going, I don't know. Go and get a dream book. How they figured all that out, I don't know. But anyway, I don't believe in stuff like that either. Yes, but there are some things that he says, well, make sure that it comes from the Most High. Oh, how do people know that? And how would he know? Right? I have been confronted one time by some person. Yes, they told us, oh, I had a dream and this and that. And I said, yeah, I had a dream too. And just, oh no, that's not. I said, so how? So yours is good. Your dream's good. You need to tell that, but mine's not. Yeah, see how that goes. So who knows? But he's also right about something. If you follow the law, if you follow heaven's law, then you will be more clear about what is just kind of your subconscious trying to figure things out. And I think dreams are like that. Your subconscious is trying to work things out. Yes? Yeah. So that could be something where, oh, why am I dreaming about this? Must be something I need to work on or restore. Yes? Just saying. So, but otherwise, yeah, again, it's very biased. Again, oh, okay. How would you know? How does he know? Because he seems a bit of a confused person most of the time. Traveling. A much traveled man knows many things, and a man of great experience will talk sound sense. Or not. Someone who has never had his trials knows little, but the traveled man is master of every situation. Oh, I'll have something to say about that, but okay, you can do that when you're young and you have no families and children. After that, either they travel with you and you have a great time doing that, right? If you got it figured out and how to support everyone. But otherwise, no, you don't get to go out and just do your thing when you have family at home that needs to be taken care of. Let's be very clear about that. So yeah, I traveled when I was young, yeah. And probably here's the thing: a lot of people when they get older start to travel again, yeah, if they still can. I think that's a great thing. And yeah, one learns a lot, gets to see a lot, and meets a lot of people and different circumstances. So yeah, that's true. But do you have to do it? No, absolutely not. So again, I'm happy he had this. He was doing it. Obviously, he didn't have a wife and children. Oh, we already established that anyway. I have seen many things on my travels. I have understood more than I can put into words. I have often been in danger of death, but I have been spared, and this is why. The spirit of those who fear the Lord can survive, for their hope is in someone with power to save them. No one who fears the Lord need ever hesitate, or ever be daunted, since the Lord is his hope. Happy the soul of one who fears the Lord. On whom does he rely? Who supports him? The eyes of the Lord watch over those who love him. He is their powerful protection and their strong support. Their scream from the desert wind, their shelter from the midday sun, a guard against stumbling, an assurance against a fall. He revives the spirit and brightens the eyes. He gives health, life, and blessing. Okay. I brought up Charlie Kirk to begin with, right? Yes, what did he do wrong? Well, so where did the protection fail? Is there a give and take somehow, a balance where, what did I say? We got to pray for the people who haven't reached the side of goodness yet. Yes, completely and absolutely. You need to live a long life. So some of us have to give ours. Very sad. Very interesting that I made this video before this actually also happened. But again, sometimes one tries to make sense out of something that happens, and the understanding is difficult to reach. Yes. Sacrifices. The sacrifice of an offering. So here again, this is to me, this is just bragging. Sacrifices. The sacrifice of an offering unjustly acquired is a mockery. The gifts of the impious are unacceptable. I got no idea what he's talking about here. The Most High takes no pleasure in offerings from the godless. Multiplying sacrifices will not gain pardon for sin. Offering sacrifice from the property of the poor is as bad as slaughtering a son before his father's eyes. Now, here you go. He's flip-flopping again. A meager diet is the very life of the poor. To deprive them of it is to commit murder. To take away a fellow man's livelihood is to kill him. To deprive an employee of his wages is to shed blood. If one person builds while another pulls down, what will they get out of it but trouble? If one person prays and another calls down a curse, to which one's voice is the master going to listen? If someone washes after touching a corpse and then touches it again, what is the good of his washing? That doesn't make any sense. I never got that. Why they... Okay, you know what? Just so if someone who fasts for sin and then goes and commits it again, who is going to hear that person's prayer? What is the good of the self-abasement? Yes, I mean... Again, this is all mostly done by, okay, it's not necessarily out in the open, a lot of this. So, oh, that's the end of 34. Well, what do you know? Yeah, I can't disagree with the last part here. But I wonder how much of that he followed himself. Well, anyway, you know what? Done. I'll make this short today. Oh, so the last 3 days, I woke up with a stitch in my side. Okay, stitch. It was just this dull pain, but it was so annoying. It was like, it kind of just pulled my whole energy level down, and my breathing was a little bit rough. Not too bad or anything. I mean, it wasn't. As I couldn't quite figure out what's going on, I thought, oh, maybe I pulled a muscle right under my. It was right under my left rib, on the left side under my rib cage. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll pull a muscle while I lifted up the little one or something, you know. And it kept on going, and couldn't sleep, couldn't lay anywhere. It seemed like however I tried to lay down, something was pushing on it, or you know, it was very tender, and ugh. So I started reading up on it. After a couple of days, you know, and it could be a whole bunch of stuff. It could be a kidney infection, could be a pancreas, pancreatitis. It could be all kinds of things. And I thought, well, you know, so what do I do? And I thought, well, maybe it'll just go away. But it didn't. Yes. And then yesterday I woke up and I'm going, ugh. And I did take some ibuprofen so I could move in a way. And as soon as it would wear off, it was right back. And so I'm going, got to do something. Well, since it could be an infection, it could be, also could be at the tip of my lungs, a pulmonary, something or other. I thought, oh, I don't want that. That could be bad. And so I made that antibiotic tea that I make, that avocado seed antibiotic tea. It made me a big cup, and I took it over here with me in the evening when I was done taking care of everything over there, and I drank it. And this morning, I feel 75% better. So I'm going to do it 2 more days. I usually do this for 3 days, a cup a day. And my feeling is that in 2 days, I'm going to be perfectly fine. I can't believe the difference from yesterday to today. 1 cup. So, oh, was it that, or was it just the times? Okay, stuff like this usually, say, if I had little muscle tear or something, it would have been uh, going very slowly. Yes, yeah. But this went from yesterday was the worst day I had with it. I literally could just sit on the couch trying to be comfortable and do very little with the little. Couldn't even sit on the floor. That was really painful. So anyway, I'm just saying. So went from the worst day today after 1 cup of that avocado seed tea that I made to 75% better. So I did have an infection. Sounds like I had a bacterial infection somehow, right? Yes, everybody's been sick here. My granddaughter had strep throat. The oldest one had strep throat. Okay, not everybody's been sick, but she had strep throat. There was some kind of a respiratory thing going around. In the way that I picked it up, again, really odd, but I can take care of it. Yes? Okay, God's pharmacy. Also realized that I have to be careful now with the ibuprofen. Seems to be making me very sleepy now. So the same as with just about everything else that, over the counter or doctors gave me, tried to take when it came to all that. And my body just says, you don't need it. Think. What have you learned? Oh, on my travels through the herbal world. What will work? What has God prepared for you out there? And you already got ready to go. And there you go. Yes? Yeah. Tune in. Tune in. When you are on the side of goodness, don't know how it works for other people, for the other side. I'm sorry. Tune in. Yes? To the goodness that's to be had out there. That's our protection. That's how we survive. Yes? I'm just saying. I think sometimes people expecting these miracles that people just, oh, yeah, I believe in God. I follow all the commandments, this and that, or most of them. And so now I'm safe. And I don't think it works that way. Yes? Yeah. We have to kind of do our own part there. And then again, it is God's will, not ours. So, that's all I have to share this morning. May Heavenly Parent bless, guide you, protect you, and embrace you with love. Eldridge, my dearest brother in faith, praying, and I will talk to you all another time.